Might as well take a sub of that Guinness before I start this podcast. So, how is all keeping? Saturday night buzz where we should have been positive vibe going into this evening, saying, look, it was 3 points at home against Livingston, but that didn't happen. And 4 points dropped in the space of a week at home, 2 home games. Yes, we're in a bit of a disaster regards to 14 players out, regards to everything going on at the club, the board, the management, recruitment. We're thinking of rebuilding next season, which we have to. We all know we have to rebuild next season, because at this case at the moment, when we keep dropping these points at home, what we've done this season, we'd be lucky to finish second place. Hibs and Aberdeen are playing quite well, so it's just been an absolute shock. And I hope the sound's better for you as well. So they're all doing good. The Facebook platform is down for the moment, so unfortunately I won't see any messages from Facebook because it's just down. So I'll have to deal with YouTube and Twitter. So they're all certainly welcome onto the page. I know there's going to be a bit of banter tonight. There's going to be all this malarkey at 55 and all that stuff. But you know what I can say is, where were they when Celtic lifted one in a row in that jersey in Kilmarnock? Where were they? Falling as a club. That's where they were. You can't win everything in football. You just simply can't. But this season was meant to be just the title, and it didn't happen. It didn't happen because it was down to the recruitment. It was down to not ejecting in the squad, even in going into this window. Not even no ejections in the squad. Goalkeeper situations to start the season. We're not getting Fraser Foster on a permanent deal or even a loan deal. That's not going to happen. Getting them back for the last 6 months. There's no point. There's no point in getting Fraser Foster back. There's nothing to play for now. The only thing we have to play for is literally try win games. And actually, half that team don't want to play for Celtic. It's a fact. You can see it with them. The defence was an absolute shambles today. Duffy. Keep saying Julian. We're missing Julian, obviously, with the COVID-19. But won't be surprised Julian goes in the summer. Oyer's going to go. Beaton is not a centre-back. We know what a choice to stick him in. You could have put Welch on. Ralston played right back today. Played average. The whole team. Laxall was terrible. Sorrow was average. McGregor was average. McGregor obviously had the shot as well in the first half. Okaflex came on. Could have finished that chance, that cross in. Didn't happen for us. So overall, I really think realistically we should have been beaten today by Livingston. Livingston were a better side. They were organised better, tracking back. If they were more clinical in the last quarter of the pitch, or the third of the pitch, you want to call it, we would have been beaten. We should have been beaten 3 or 4-0. And congratulations to Livingston. They should have got more out of the game. I'm having a Guinness because I'm fed up as well. Typical. We're all fed up. Great to see us all in. I'm going to be pinning these comments in a second. Yeah, got rid of the beard. I had to get rid of that. So, Terry, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Stephen. Duffy, you know what? It just hasn't worked for myself. Again, I really do feel sorry for him. Yep. Rebuild starts Monday. Or it can start tonight, or it can start tomorrow. You let Neil Lennon resign. You get rid of John Kennedy. You get rid of Gavin Strachan. You might take a laugh about this, but at least Gavin Strachan's unbeaten in 2 games. But it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter whatsoever. We dropped 4 points. 4 valuable points. I knew it. I've been saying to you, and I don't mean to come across as a negative Nancy here, but I've been saying to you the last 2 months that we're not good enough to win the league. It's been out there. It's shown. And these Celtic fans with all this keep the faith malarkey, seriously, go to bed. Go to bed, because there's fate. As I said last night in the podcast with Michael, fate doesn't win you football games. Players win you football games. Goals win you football games. Clean sheets. So all we can get on and keep saying, keep the fate malarkey. Fate has been gone. Fate has been tarnished since Ferencváros. Ferencváros has been tarnished. And you know what? It is what it is. Did you see the Rangers coming? It wasn't more so the Rangers. It was down to Celtic's errors. So I'd recommend get off your high horse. So, but thanks for watching anyway. None of us feel part of the club anymore. That's it. It's just because you're watching on television, the empty stands, and you just feel like your money's getting ripped off. $250,000 goes to the boy trip, It's just absolutely ridiculous. clear it out individually. Well, that's the thing. You need to sit down and you realise, look at how it starts. First of all, is Neil goes, John goes, Gavin goes. You look at the recruitment. If I was Dermot Desmond, I'd be saying to people, oh well, get on the blower now, source someone out, get someone in decent. If the price, I don't care, get someone in decent. But that's the argument's sake, as I've been saying in every podcast. Who wants to take the Celtic job when they're in a shambles at the moment? Yes, it's a magnificent club. Yes, the European Cup winners. Yeah, they've won 9 in a row. They've won quad trebles. But that means nothing in this season. It means nothing. What we need injection in the squad. We need people that actually want to play for the shirts. Fair enough, the youngsters came out today, tried to put on a show. Yes, it's a clean sheet, but we shouldn't have had a clean sheet. We should have been beaten. That's the facts. We should have been beaten by Livingston. And Livingston weren't clinical. It was literally a shambles. I went to a stage where I actually fell asleep. Fell asleep for 10 minutes in the second half. I was just like, you know what? This is actually boring to watch. There's no, Mikey Johnson on the ball is absolutely shambolic. I know he's been at Celtic since he's a youngster and all. But it's been a trend of games since he came back from his injury where he hasn't been great. He hasn't proved it. Shouldn't have that 19 shirt. Number 19 is Stan Petrov's number, So he's ruining that shirt. Absolutely shocking. Young Dembele, if I was him, I'd be gone. I'd be looking for my transfer. Get the fuck out of that club, because the club don't have a belief that he's good enough to play for that senior team. They're too busy to trying to milk the value on him by playing youth level. Look, there's nothing wrong with that, but at the same time, he needs to be playing first team football, Not really. We've won Scottish Cups in there, and we had European nights, and we had 1, we had 2, we had 3, we had 4, we had 5, we had 6, we had 7, we had 8, and we had 9. So it could have been worse. It could have ended in 4, could have ended in 5, but in that time, we beat a team called RFC many times. So it's not a waste. It's not a waste. It's every club goes through it. As you know, you've been in the Rock for 9 years. You understand what the concept of not being victorious, as you call yourselves, So, cheers for watching. There's people out there who would take the job. You turn this around, you do well in Europe and get the reputation up. That's the problem, to be honest with you. Thanks very much for watching. Yes, you can give someone the job. As I said, all means, go out and try to get a Brendan Rodgers. Try to get someone that's actually available to work. I don't think Celtic are stubborn enough to actually go in talks with someone that's actually at a club at the moment. Eddie Howe's in the market. I don't think Eddie Howe will take the job. I've seen obviously other Celtic pages saying, look at Eddie Howe this, Eddie Howe that. I don't think he will. I really don't believe he will. I think he's holding on for something bigger in the Premier League. So what's the point of coming to Celtic and you're not guaranteed you're going to win it next season? You're not guaranteed you're going to get the financial backing as well. That's the question, Do you think you just forfeit the games or just say we ain't playing? No, definitely not. 100% not. We look like absolute fannies if you forfeit games. You go out there, these guys are getting paid a salary to go out and play football. Simple as that. They need to. The only way they're going to turn it around is by winning games. And as much as we keep backing them, and it hurts when you see people putting up saying we're going to get beaten today, we're going to get that, and that's how they feel because they've seen the clear evidence on the pitch this season that they haven't been good enough. Really haven't been good enough. So it really isn't. It really isn't gonna. I wouldn't forfeit any games. That looks pathetic as a club, you might as well just hand Rangers the title right now. The title's over anyway, but you might as well just hand it to them now. Wait until the end of April, May, whatever it is. But it's been a season where we have to learn from this. There's a lot of things we have to learn because we took every club for granted, and I'm sick repeating this on every podcast. And every Celtic fan that does podcast and have a rant are sick of saying the same things. Sick of saying it, So you get on with it. Neil Lennon picked the team today. No question about it. Neil Lennon picked the team. Obviously, he's a Zoom call away, or he's he's just a call away. That would have been prepped yesterday before Straka went out and done that press conference. So Lennon done it. I'm just getting to the stage where I'm actually sick of answering this question. I really am, because there is really good candidates out there. And as I said, my first preferable choice would be Thomas Frank from Brentford. You know, if we're going to have a look, we're looking at a project here, get him in for 2 or 3 years. What's the point of going for someone that's probably going to stay for a season? So Thomas Frank would be my bet. I appreciate everyone watching on Twitter and YouTube. I'm trying to get to the 5K. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel and you're only new watching this, please hit the subscribe button and the notifications. It would mean a lot to me, because I'm trying to get to that 5K, and 70% of people that watch these videos are not doing it. So what has to change? What has to change? No, you're right. You're right to ask me. It's a simple conversation. You're right to ask me, who would I take? Because a lot of people have that on their lips. A lot of people do. Still believe we can close the gap. Yeah, but it doesn't mean shit if we can close the gap, though, Stephen. It really doesn't. Like, at the end of the day, they'll win the title. Yes, we can close the gap. It could be down to 10 points. You know, realistically, it's just an absolute shambles. It's a shambles for a club that has injected so much this season into the squad. But yes, they can't beat Livingston at home. Well, Livingston are a good team. Can't beat St. Johnstone at home. Can't beat Aberdeen away. Yeah, it's a tough trip, but should be beating them. You know, we have a squad there. You know, the salary is ridiculous that we're playing these players in Scottish football terms. So, yeah. Yeah, well, look it. The only way I'm going to get it is I keep doing it. Simple as that. I'm happy what I have. You know, I'm happy what I have. It's about keeping you happy. New people will come along. I wish Lennon would disappear now if he had anything else and he would resign. Yes, he could resign. And he should resign, because if he realistically thinks that he can turn this around and still thinks he's the man for the job, I think he's on the funny sweets. Or I think he's on the funny sweets. Yes, I backed him a couple of for half the season, saying that he could turn around, but the evidence on the pitch is the players are not motivated for him. By the way, folks, if you want to get a t-shirt off me, they're 12 quid. We have them in 6 different colours. If you want to get in touch with me, literally get onto one of the platforms, mail me. I'll put the email address in. All the platforms are there. T-shirts are 12 quid. The new crests, you know, the anniversary. But yes, why not? They're comfortable as hell. When I used to live in London last season and the season before, I had a season book at Brentford and him. He transferred Brentford. Look, Brentford have a new stadium and all now. They're doing well. They got to the League Cup semi-final against Tottenham. I really believe that he'd be the man for the job. I really do believe it. You know, I believe I'm going to win every time when I go to the bookies, and it means nothing. That's it. My mates always say to me in Dublin, they always say, never put Celtic on an accumulator. Celtic and Leeds are the most dodgiest teams on accumulators. And they're right. They're right. It's very unpredictable to say Celtic this season, you know. That is the word for Celtic, unpredictable. You know, in bad terms. You've already got one. I know, you sent me, you actually sent me one the other day, you sent me the picture of the look at, as I said, it really meant a lot to me. 12 quid to buy a t-shirt. The colours are fantastic. We have them in dark green, have them in black, we have them in white, we have them in charcoal. You know, why not? Support a bro out, you know. Keep the comments flowing. Kidding on you, Keith. They ship worldwide. There's a company that's doing it for me called Grand Old Tea. So I'll be honest with you, folks. I don't make a profit on these t-shirts. All I want is a simple thing. Well, 2 things. Use to purchase them. And the second thing is a shout out on a social media platform. So the name of the page gets bigger and bigger. That's all I'm looking for. I want followers. I want organic following. I don't care about money. You know, we should be caring about money at this time in the moment in the world. People shouldn't be stressed out because, you know, Celtic's not making it any better for us. Yes, it's hurt us, but we have each other. We have each other. We were doing the huddles when we were winning 1, we were winning 2, we were in 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We were doing the huddles when we scalped the Huns in Hampden, Ibrox, when we done the treble, when we done the quad treble, the Tom Rogic moment. These are moments that give you the butterflies in your stomach when you think about it, you know. And as I said, if you're a football fan that loves your club, you will go through this. There's no point of being so negative all the time about it because we've had so many good times. Yes, the board are to blame. I will put my hands up and say it. The board are to blame. The players are to blame as well. And a lot of people might say, yeah, we're going to back our team and support them every time we go out. Yes, we do, but they're to blame. They're not clinical in front of the goal. They're not clinical. They're not passionate. They don't see a winning mentality in their brains. You know, I just think, as I said many times on this podcast, I just think they're there for the pocket and that's it. Cash in the pocket and then majority of them. Oh, would you stop? The league's not over yet. One weekend can change momentum. Pfft. Have you seen how far Rangers are ahead? Seriously, Jimmy, I appreciate you watching tonight, but seriously, are you one of them Celtic fans that actually think the greatest comeback can happen? Because we're well past that greatest comeback malarkey. Should have happened at Ibrox, and it didn't. We just dropped 4 points in the last 2 games at home, and you still think that can happen? I'm sorry, Jimmy. I appreciate you watching tonight, but please look at what we played so far this season. Please look at the fixtures we played. On paper, we should have beaten Hibs. We should have beaten Livingston. I really believe, and I'm not trying to be negative here, you know, I really believe that we could go to the Macaroni Stadium and get beaten on Wednesday night. They were more organised, and they're going to be playing on a plastic pitch. Last time we went to the Macaroni Stadium, we drew 2-2, and then we got beaten 2-0. So, definitely. So, to the Celtic fans that have been there for generations and decades and supporting the club through thick and thin, yes, fair play to you. But for the Celtic fan to go on and still believe that they can win this around, I'm going to give you advice, Jimmy. You'd be better off putting your money on the Euro Minions. You're better, more success, better chances, because Celtic are not going to turn this around. Regardless, new manager, Neil Lennon, new signings, it's not going to happen. There is cracks in that team. There's one or two winners at the moment. Oyer and McGregor, the winners that want to play. Turnbull, yes. So, yeah. Michael is not on tonight because he actually has a work party, a Zoom work party. So leave him to it. That's what I like doing different about these podcasts. I like to change it around and have a bit of banter, you know. Yeah, I honestly, as I said, I love us all the bits of Celtic fans, but it is delusional. It is delusional. And I know we're all tight to our opinions. And majority, I'm telling you, 90% of fans will say, you know, do you think Lennon will be in charge on Wednesday? You know what? I think he will be, as much as I want him out. I want him to go. And as I said on this, and I'll repeat it again, thank you very much, Neil, for the first title, the second title, the third title, the 8th title, the 9th title, the Scottish Cup in 2011 against Motherwell, winning the Scottish Cup against Hearts, winning the League Cup against Rangers, and win the Scottish Cup against Hearts again. Thank you very much, Neil. Thank you very much for the results against Rangers as well. The results against so many good teams. Beating Aberdeen as well. That result, remember that? Hammering Aberdeen 9-0. You know, I want to say thank you to Neil Lennon, but at the same time, he hasn't been the man this season. He's just deteriorating with confidence. And we just need to move on. We need to let him go. Be lucky to finish. Oh, do you know what? It's literally coming down the road, Paul, and I'm saying to myself, Jesus, we would be lucky to finish second at this rate, because the way we are this season, we'd be an absolutely cat poison. Like, seriously. Rat poison, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, Lisbon needs to bring back these videos. Kieran, this is the perfect time. You're a man with negativity, and I understand you're upset and frustrated, but Celtic fans want to see your videos, so I think it's time for you to do the ranting deck on your YouTube channel. It's not in my nature to complain. Oh, here we go. We could hit with COVID and could get a couple of get. Oh, would you stop? Seriously, Jimmy. I understand you're a mad Celtic fan. You love it. I completely understand it. But seriously, what if bollocks is not going to happen? It hasn't happened since fucking August to now, so it's not going to happen. The gap's too fucking high. Rangers are well ahead. They're more organised. They're a better team this season than us. Yes, we get them a good game on Ibrox for 60 minutes, but we were shite in the first game. So it's not going to happen. I'm just going to be honest with you. I'm going to be blunt. Yes, we're all tight to our opinions, and I appreciate you supporting the page. But this what-if malarkey, you need to get out of your head. Seriously. I think it's actually comedy gold that our own fans still think that we can actually turn this around. I really, really think you are mad. Like, just accept it that we're actually shite this season. This as much as I love the club, we've been brutal this season. And that's just stubbornness that people think that we can actually turn this around. It's not fate, it's just being stubborn. That's what I really think. Seriously. Remember, boys, Sefco will do... No, yeah, Sefco won't. You know? Do you know why? The lack of transfer activity. Because we don't know who's going to be in charge. This is Neil Lennon's review month. That's what's going on. By the way, there's 83 people watching on Twitter and YouTube. So if you subscribe to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. I don't care. Celtic Rangers, I really appreciate if you come on and voice his opinion, please. You know, this is what the podcast is here for. I'm in good rhythm tonight. I'm at to have me walk. I'm at to have me thought about the whole situation. And I want to get your thoughts. I want to get your thoughts. You know, I see the regular people that come in, but this is important. This is important for you to get off your chest, you know. Hit the like button. No, I don't mind. Look at hit the like button if you want to hit the like button. Subscribe if you want to subscribe. But I'm good crack. You know, there's not many Irish Celtic podcasters. There's Enda Coy, which is fantastic. He is. There's Irish Mick. I just want to speak about Irish Mick. My thoughts about Irish Mick at the moment. Me and Mick had a falling out last year, but I seen the stuff that happened this week to him. I just want to say, my thoughts are with him. We always haven't looked at each other eye to eye, and I hope he looks back at this video. But if you ever want to talk, Mick, drop me a message. I know how important mental health is. As I said, we've been through it, but what you've been through this year, losing a loved one, I'm here to talk, man. I'm here to talk. You know, we're all here. You have a lot of support, and as I said, drop me a message, drop me an email, and we'll catch up and have a chat. You know, there's no point of we're both Celtic fans. We're both passionate. We're both believe that we can put ourselves on the camera and actually talk. Some people love us, some people don't. But you know what? We're bigger than the people that criticize us. Because at the end of the day, what have they done? Fuck all. That's what I would say. That's all I say. So, Mick, we thought I was with you. I was going to nail it the other day, but I said, you know what, I'll do it. I'll be a bigger man and say it live on YouTube. As I said, I'm not that type of person that would put on my page and get you the wrong touch of people, you know, because people will criticize. So I think I'd rather do it on a platform that you enjoy doing it. So, Mick, we thought I was with you. So you'll get through it. You will get through it. No point. There's no question about it. We've all had bad stages in life, and I'll openly admit it up and say that I was at that stage at one time. I was at that stage. I lost a lot of things, but you will get there. You will bounce back, and you have a lot of support as well. They'll help you. There's there's probably one or two nice people out, that fantastic following you have, that will give you a phone call and will talk to that are professional people, that are psychiatrists and stuff like that. So let's move on anyway. So yeah, as I said, I'll say how it is. I don't like to see anyone crushing with mental health, regardless football or not. So as I said, last year on the page, what I done was I sold stickers. We raised over 170 euro/pounds. And what we done with this with this money. Basically, I sold 8 stickers off, sent them all over the place: Australia, America, Canada. Obviously, the majority was Glasgow. And the money, what I done was the charity that helped me through my mental health, called aware.ie. I donated to them. They sent me t-shirts. They're blue t-shirts, by the way. Blue and white, yellow. They sent me t-shirts, and it was just good to give back. And that was all thanks to the people that follow my platform. It wasn't thanks to me. I done the postal work and sold the stickers, yeah. It was thanks to the people that got these stickers and donated for a good cause. And I want to say, yeah, again, thank you very much, because it's helping someone through this tough pandemic. It might be helping a family, you know. So, yeah. No matter what you think about someone, if someone is calling you out, you know, at the end of the day, Mick will say, me and Mick had a falling out, but at the end of the day, what I seen from that guy the other night, he needs support, and everybody needs support through this pandemic, and support him. Support him. You know, at the end of the day, when someone has gone through what he's gone through, he needs his support. And that's to any Celtic fan that's watching this tonight. If you're grieving or you're hurting through this pandemic, drop a message. I'm here to talk. You know, I'm not a perfectionist. I have a lot of shit on my life, but, you know, I'll help people as much as I can. You know, this is why I do. This is why I get these entertainers on the page, because they put smiles on people's faces. This is why I do the podcast, because it distracts me from thinking of the shit times. You get the good times, you know. So, yeah. So anyway, so we've 100 people watching tonight. Comment below. I've seen a lot of comments from regular people here, you know. So okay, I want to move on from Mick's what happened to Mick the other day, but it's not for me to comment on. I just said I'm here if you want to talk. As a human being to a human being, I'm here to talk. You know, I'm not ruthless for God's sake. You know, as I said, it takes a lot of bottle to come on to YouTube and do lives and present yourself in a good fashion. And he does it well. He does it very well. So, yeah, you know, at least you're here for the laugh. At least I can keep me occupied, you know. Where have you been, Kevin? Look, everybody doesn't keep tabs on social media. Power washing. So it could be a case where if Neil Lennon does resign, John Kennedy might get to the end of the season as well. That's what the situation, worst case scenario could happen, which we all don't want that. John Kennedy needs to move away from the club. He was been at the club 16 years on the coaching books. He needs to get off it. Needs to move on. You know, it needs to be done. At the end of the day, yes, he's been a good servant for the club, but he's not the man we need beside Lennon or whoever we need moving into the future. He hasn't been. We're missing Damien Duff. There's been a lot of talk of Damien Duff. Damien Duff will not go back to Celtic. He missed Glasgow. No, he missed Dublin, traveling over from Glasgow all the time, so it's not going to happen. Oh, this is not an actual extra stout. A friend in Aberdeen got me this glass last year. Got me a pack of them. She actually sent me over Owen Baru original recipe as well. By the way, the words will store on the podcast. Give you the heads up. I'm having a drink tonight. It's gonna be it's probably gonna be one of my last drinks for a good few weeks. Gonna try to lose the old keg. We all have the keg bellies. So yeah. CJ, that's a Rangers fan. Why did you not use Dembele? My answer to that is they're just trying to milk the value on him by saying, oh, he's a youth potential. That's the reason why. And they should be using it. So thanks very much for your question. How Rafa Ragnick, who should be all our candidates? Rafa Benitez, I've many touched on this. Rafa won't come to Celtic. As I said, you got to give Rafa a good paycheck and a good transfer window. You see how many times he screwed over with Newcastle. Now, we're a bigger club than Newcastle, but Newcastle had bigger finances, though. So, you know, it's Mike Ashley. What you expect? John Bruce, I hope you're doing well. Thank you very much for watching tonight. You can keep your flags on all you want. They don't mean shit to me. You know, they're not a part of the EU anymore, so it's all right. John Candy will always have a job at Celtic because of injury. Yeah, but we shouldn't be doing that X Factor simply monarchy. He needs to move on. He really needs to move on. And that's the facts here. Yes, John, thank you very much. The accent is magical. Far tickles me. Yeah, that's it. The accent sells, you know. So 115 people watching right now. And who gives a shit? I'm saying what I got to say. And just keep commenting below. I know it's rumours, but I hear Damien Duff had enough. Damien Duff, you know, obviously, I don't know if you know the story with Damien Duff and the FAI. So when we were playing England in a friendly in Wembley, would have been two or 3 months back now. The night before the game, they done a presentation. They basically shown the results against England in the 90s, and then clips of Michael Collins, clips of Window Shakes the Barley and stuff like that. But it leaked. And the FAI held an investigation. They came out and apologised. It's part of our culture. And there was nothing wrong with that. It's part of our culture. It's not like we're sitting there playing Rebels all night. You know, people are just being ridiculous. You know, like, I think it's absolutely disgusting. So Duffer was right to leave Ireland. You know, Ireland are on the decline as an international team. I believe Stephen Kenny can turn around, but the recruitment is being shocking. You know, like, fair enough, they were unlucky. The amount of COVID cases they had. International breaks, they'd be horrible. Especially if they're travelling. It's that happened to every team, you know. Scottish team had it as well. But we will be cheering the Scots on in the Euros. I wish them the very best. You know, it's been a long time since they've been in a competition, 1998. So I wish us the very best, the Tartan Army. I hope you do well in it. Really, really do. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, regardless, green, white, blue, whatever you are, subscribe. It's banter. I don't let things get personal to me, because at the end of the day, if someone's going to type to me and think they're hard, it's just a troll. All you got to do is just do a Graham Norton share. Block them. The block button is a gift. It's a gift. Use it. Don't get back to people. I honestly believe, especially in the pandemic, and when someone gives you abuse, don't get back to them. Silence hurts them. Hurts them massively. You know? Chris. How you getting on? Yeah, Chris. Big Chris. You're actually smiling for the change. Great to see you smiling. Big Chris. How's the Killy Pious? All good, Chris. Damien Duff is talking to Roy Keane. I wouldn't take Roy Keane at the club. I've many times said this, unless Martin O'Neill comes in. Martin O'Neill and Roy Keane's philosophy of football is not encouraging for Celtic to move forward as a club. So definitely wouldn't, you know. Yeah, definitely wouldn't. That's it. That's it. Keyboard Warriors. As I'm going to say this now, if anyone's getting bullied online, or if anyone's getting any grief, all I say is block the person. Let them make another profile. Let them try intimidate you. At the end of the day, it must take a lot of time for them to do that. It must take a lot of time. So leave them to it. Leave them to it. But yeah, keep the points going. As I said, from the start of this season to now, it's been a nightmare. And there is people probably laughing, saying, Celtic, they fell on their knees and all this stuff. But yeah, every club goes through bad stages. You know, 9 years of great success, 69 games unbeaten. 69 games unbeaten. I can't see the Huns going 69 games unbeaten. Definitely not. You know, can't see that happening. So yeah, can't see the Huns ever doing 9 in a row, as they keep saying they did 9 in a row. Form is temporary. Liquidation's permanent. Get that. Just get that into your head. Liquidation is permanent. Is permanent. Liquidation. There hasn't been 55. What is 55? What is 55? Tell me what 55 is. Try educate a Fenian. Tell him what 55 is, because there isn't 55. The club was established in 2012. Yes, he's won the Division 1 title and all that stuff. But like, you know what? There hasn't been a Scottish Cup honour in there. There hasn't been a Bradford Cup. You know? That's it. I'm not raging. I'm stating the facts. This man is smiling. Something like Chris Boyd can't do anyway. Hi, CSC. My wife tested positive for COVID. I have been tested. Look at me thoughts with yourself and your wife, and speedy recovery. Speedy recovery. You know, this is a football page, and you know what? Thanks for reaching out, Ian, and I hope you're all right. You know, that's it. Really do. You just keep viewing. Just keep getting the views. I love it. You know, I love it. You know what? I don't get to see it anyway because in my country we don't have Rangers fans. You know, they're only, and to be honest with you, it's only been a growth of Rangers fans coming out of caves since this club has been formed. You know, they're only because there's only a bit of glory so called on the way that coming out of the caves. So you know what? It's that bad that you have to wait 9 years to come out of the cave and come onto YouTube and start commenting. Fair play to you. So yeah. Keep it going. You keep it going. So yeah, fair play. What about the Dublin Loyal? That's just a bunch of fucking fannies that think you know what? Leave it to you know. There is going to be fans that live in different parts of the world that support their team, and I understand that. You know. Sure, right? They do. They love it. They love it. You know. I can always give back anyway. You know. Old enough, bold enough to take the abuse, take it to the feet, take it on the chin. You know, I'm old enough. You know, I don't go and do domestic violence after results. You know, I don't go and smash up Manchester. So don't worry, it's okay. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Trust me. It took me a while. You know, I can't handle it now. You know, I can't handle being a European Cup winner. You know. Something that will never ever be in the trophy cabinet, the dusty trophy cabinet, you know. Look, it's been a banter. Where's your 1 in a row? Where's your 2 in a row? Where's your 3 in a row? Where's your 4 in a row? Where's your 5 in a row? Jesus, Jack, you know what? I just want to say good night to you, and take care of yourself because you're older than your club, so take care of yourself. Look, you can give me all the abuse you want, but you know what? I'll sit here and smile. You mean shit anyway. Don't let anyone put me personally. Get to me, you know. I'm not that low. I'm not that low, you know. That's it, and that's to say something about you. I would say this about anyone that's watching tonight, regardless what team you support, for you to go onto a YouTube channel and throw abuse at someone. How's that say about you? Does that say about your education? How you been educated? How you been brought up? Exactly. There is banter, but when you throw really, really bombs in, you know. It's 2 games in this year, you know, 3 games in this year. Things can change, don't worry. You know, things can change, you know. That's what happens in football, you know. Every team, like I think Rangers went through the same thing last season. Oh yeah, look, I've been tested 3 times myself this year. You know, it's in the last calendar year, calendar year. Well, we're in 2021. Get it right. Let me get it right for a second. I'll take a pause before I say something. I've been tested 3 times since March. That's the best way of saying it. No Champions League next season. Will that impact the club? If we finish second place, do we still get Champions League qualification? 2 rounds, you know. Yeah, of course, man. You send it to Belfast. It's like, look at this. The thing about it is, right, man. You'd be amazed by the names on it, but it doesn't have the Huns on it. So don't worry about it. I'll send it up. How's the league trophy doing? At least they're not getting it for a while anyway. What are they gonna be like? They're gonna be like a lot of rats eating each other when they get that trophy, aren't they? How you doing, man? I'm doing good, and yourself? I hope you're doing well. Look, Look what Paul John Dykes deals with, the amount of abuse he deals with, and he just laughs at it. I laugh at it as well because my page is here to talk about Celtic. We're not here to talk about any other teams that are like, as I said, it's like literally scientists can't get their heads around why it took 9 years for these people to come out of a cave, you know? I think you're a bit too late for that. The party was last season. It's been a party for the last 9 years. We actually had to shut down the party because there's a pandemic going on. So you missed out, unfortunately. Sorry, but you're too young as well for it. Don't worry about it. As I said, you're probably older than the club. How many players do you think will go at this? Well, the end of the summer or the start of the summer, you could say about eight. About 8 to 9. And you know what? Every club rebuilds. You know, this is what happens. You know, that's it. Livingston were a better team and Celtic were poor. That's the answer to that. So there's your answer. You know, Upperflex missed an absolute sitter today. Yeah, he did. Could have finished it, but this is what happens. It happens, you know. Keep the views going, keep the likes up, keep the dislikes. Don't mind. Can't keep a habit hiding for life, you know. I wouldn't say it's a crime scene, to be honest with you, because we've won 9 titles in a row. We've won the last 12 trophies available. Yes, we won't win this trophy, the Betfair Cup. Like another club won't win. We won't win the league this season. But you know what? We've won this trophy. You know, we've won this trophy. You know, it's not bad. It's not bad. So yeah, every club goes through it. That's what happens in football. You know. How's it going, Edwards? I'm a Rangers man. All jokes. I've never seen a bigger club collapse. To be honest, I've seen a bigger club collapse. Leeds United collapsed worse than, you know, like it's not like Celtic are not going into liquidation. Liquidation. Hope that echoes. Celtic are not going to liquidation. They're not going to win a league, yes. But it doesn't mean they're collapsing. We're not collapsing. Just a bad hit of form this season. You know, as I said, form is temporary, but liquidation is permanent. So I wouldn't be really call that a collapse. Form is dipped. Rogers, Nacham, Christie, El Nusi, Duffy, Edward, Oyer, Laxall. Well, El Nusi and Laxall actually on loan anyway, so it doesn't really make a difference, you know. That's it. Jay Hansen, thank you very much for watching. Any preferred choice of our next manager? I would prefer to go with Chris Coleman. No. Chris Coleman, I've just thought about it over the last couple of days. No, we can get better than Chris Coleman. Chris Coleman done well for Wales, but didn't do a good enough job for Sunderland. Average at Fulham, no, wouldn't take him. You know, definitely wouldn't take him. So yeah. JC Ryan, mum's side are Leeds fans and they're a mental club. So that's it. Like people are saying big collapses. This, yes, the Celtic from the bar down are going through a bit of a bad stage. Yeah. Stage that a lot of Pit fans have never seen before in football, but it can be changed because they have a massive fan base and the so-called rut they're in, we're in. Look get out of it, you know. We don't have to get. We don't like we won't be calling Craig White up anyway and buying the club for £1. So it's all right. It's all right. Don't worry about that. Craig White. We all know who Craig White is, don't we? As I touched on this podcast already, I only have 10 minutes left, folks, before I end it. I just want to say thanks very much for whoever's watched. You know, it's all banter at the moment. The banter years are here, as they claim. So Eddie Howe would be my first choice, but I don't think he's gonna come. So to be honest, it's not. Let me do one on that, because if you want to talk about like bringing the Lisbon Lions in and different generation of footballers, it's a tough one to call. If you're saying over the last 20 years, I'll do one of them on the next podcast for you, Anthony. But good topic anyway. Get the cans in, eh? Get the cans in. The raging cans, as they call it. Lowell do the right thing, do us a favour, take the board and management. Like that's the thing. Like you have to be. People are saying sack the board, but it's about getting the right people in as well. You know, the right people we could come in could really fuck up the club worse than it's so called is now. We have to be careful what we wish for. We just need to get someone that's. We need to get away from this Celtic connection stuff. We need someone. We need a board that actually do it as a business terms. And management, we need to get away from the Celtic related stuff. We need to get someone in professional attitude. Celtic won't have it next season easy. Well, to be honest with you, I'm not even thinking of next season. I'm thinking about just getting the for the rest of this season. So yeah. I'll be thinking about this season before we think of next season. Next season is going to be a rebuilding process, as we all know. It's hit a lot of people on the head. 12 trophies in a row. Yeah, that's it. That's it. It's not like we get on with it. Simple as that. You get on with it. You don't win it. You don't win it. You don't win it. You come back stronger. It's facts. Like, look what happened when we got beaten by Hearts. The unbeaten one, we came back stronger. We went on to do trebles and quad trebles. So, yeah, you move on from it. Simple as that. You should go back and enjoy your Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 2. 1, 9 to go. 9 to go. There is a Rangers fan club in Dublin, yeah, but they don't reside in any pubs or anything like that. But I don't care about them. Really don't give a shit. They're stuck in watching a Celtic man from Dublin talking a podcast night. That shows the level. That shows the level of their Saturday night is gone. That shows. My Saturday night's gone fantastic. Fantastic. Smiling, having beers, having a laugh on this. It's been great. It's great. No better feeling. You know, I'd rather be a happy, depressed, any mood team than be a happy, you know what. Right, folks. 2 more minutes left before I close it up. As I said, thank you very much for anyone that watched tonight. Really appreciate it. You know, I'm gonna get off now and get me tears and cry. Get me cry all the way through for the rest of the season, as like majority of Celtic fans are going on. Like, but do you know what? We've had 9 great years, and we're gonna just rebuild and come back stronger. It's no fun in Tipperary. Sure, right? Come back stronger. As I said as well, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, really appreciate it, because I know for a fact 126 years are watching, half you don't subscribe to the channel. So hit the subscribe button, hit the notifications. Come on, give me a bit of grief, get a bit of Comedy Central, put the comments in, put whatever you want in, put his opinion in. Well welcomed. And if it's something really, really awful, you know what? Check yourself out. What's that quote? Check yourself before you wreck yourself. Is that the one? Aye. So yeah. They're still not over Moussa Dembele. Still not over, aren't they? No. Dembele scalping them. See, Celtic is a business, Danny. You know, it's always gonna be a business at the end of the day. It's always gonna be down stocks and stock market, you know. And it's the way football clubs run, you know. It's all down to getting into the Champions League. It's all about how much you do well in the league, Scottish Cup, you know, revenue brought in, ticket revenue, merchandise revenue. It's just a business. As much as fans as we love watching the boys perform on the pitch. It's a business to people. And we need the right business people to come in and put the club in the right direction. Put the club in a new chapter of bringing young players through, getting players in, you know. That's what you need. You know, every club goes through a business plan. And this season, the business plan hasn't worked out because he took the teams for granted in the league. You know, fair play to the Rangers. They stepped up to play. They've won, drawn 2 games all season in the league. Fair play to us. You know, he's been a better team this season, but it's not Rangers are not the fault of Celtic being brutal this season. Celtic are the fault of themselves for dropping points like they did today on Monday, So what I'd recommend is whoever is a Rangers fan watching tonight and saying that we've seen you crushing now. Not realistically. Yeah, he's won the 2 games. Fair play, he's won the 2 games. But yous are not the fault of this or the solution to this disaster, as you want to call it. Yous are not. Yeah, so that's it. Thanks for chilling out with us, Keith. Faithful, true and true, keeping it real. That's it. Honest opinion. You don't like the honest opinion, you know where to go. Simple as that. I can't keep every Celtic fan happy. A lot of Celtic fans don't like me. That's their opinion. A lot of Celtic fans love me. Happy days. So, that's the life in football. That's life, You can't keep everyone happy in life, and we're not perfectionists, we're not no Kim Kardashian or like everyone wants to be us. It is a business. Why not, first of all, get the director of football appointed? That's it. And if Lawwell's so-called going to Manchester United at the end of the season, he got to be saying to himself, I need to have a plan B here. We haven't had a plan B in the pitch. You wonder if we're going to have a plan B, getting a director in or a CEO and a chief executive in. So that's the thing. That's it. Celtic Football Club stopped 10. No one else did. They stopped 10 by not winning games, not taking points, not using Celtic Park as a fortress without the fans. They didn't. They just didn't play. So I'm going to leave it there, folks. I'm going to come off. But thank you very much for everyone that has watched tonight. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you all stay safe, Thank you. But I wish you all stay safe regardless, and wish you the very best in 2021 so far. And there's more podcasts ahead, many podcasts ahead. Just let me have my Guinness and enjoy the rest of the night. So take care. Up the